Welcome to the third season of the Nidd's Whitelist server. The thing that I'm building circles now too, and I'm struggling with the sloped blocks, the armor blocks. I always have with how to incorporate them into the sort of pixel stuff. Never comes out quite right.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking now, how do I make it fatter without losing the shape?
I think that you'd have to do another circle in closer and then just fill in the gap. But I wouldn't know what that'd look like until I actually did it.
Yeah, because if I've done one now that is 49, really what I need is one that is 50 and one that is 48, so that I get one that's roughly 3 blocks wide. But because they are even number blocks, that wouldn't work. So how does that look? Oh, forgetting I've got my jetpack off, and I'm just jumping. I'm wondering why I'm not getting very far. Because I'm in low gravity, it's not that obvious.
Oh, you jump up and you think you're flying.
Yeah, because you jump up for a fair way to start with. Let's try this.
I have a feeling Spider-Man woke up, posted in Skype, complaining that it was early, and then fell asleep again.
Quite possibly. That looks like it might be good. It's kind of circular-ish. And so I do the same on the other side and just see if the other side looks good too. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'll weld that up and then maybe think about some sloping blocks.
Yeah, I do like the look of that. Took me a little while to get on the stream, and but also good.
And doesn't necessarily need to be around the whole perimeter. Even just one side. Or one quadrant.
Yeah.
Or diagonal quadrants, which I think... Was that what you suggested to me before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get the problem that Anubis was saying he had quite a long time ago, which is when I tell the assembler to make so many of a certain block,
yeah,
it just doesn't make enough. Either that or it's spitting everything out in weird places in my conveyor system, which is also a possibility.
Oh, I'll tell you what I was having might be affecting you is the connectors not showing the things that are in them and if they existed before tonight.
Yeah.
So if it's spitting it out and it's putting it into any connectors because other stuff's full, then you won't see that
could
stuff.
Be in. Collectors tend to be the first place that a lot of that assemblers just seem to default to throwing them into.
Yeah, that works. Or it works enough anyway to for Mia to decide to do something completely different with.
Yeah.
That will equally work. And it's kind of functional. It serves the purpose that we need it to serve. We needed it to serve. Got somewhere now to park the ships. I think I just heard Mia actually. And yes, that was Mia. He's just getting his act together. And he'll be on. He said in 5 minutes, but I've seen Mia's 5 minutes. So in that time, I'm just going to go and rename the med bay so that it still looks like it says New Vegas. Because at the moment I think it just says Medical Room 3.
Yeah.
Where did I leave the thing there? There it is, Medical Room 3. What's their usual name? I know it was New Vegas in capital letters. Is it New Vegas Med Bay? We'll go for that. There you go. Might grind down some of these windows while I'm here because they're just kind of getting in the way now. Oh, that's better. Much cleaner. Yeah, I think I really like that. So Mia might do something different with it, but he might alter the shape or make it smoother or something, but I think the idea of having something like this, I mean, if he does something, it'll just polish it a bit more. So it kind of makes something of the arms that he's got coming down now as well.
Yeah, so you don't just have the arms dangling out.
Yeah. Let's just fly back a bit and get the whole thing in shot. So what you doing, Boris?
Building doors.
Ah.
I'm doing what I was doing the science experiments on. I'm now
Implementing.
Yeah, to make it work. And I just made a big mistake by cutting off the bit where I did all of the work. I accidentally cut it off, so it's now floating away. I'm chasing it.
Ah.
But I know what I'm doing, and redoing it won't be that hard.
Yeah.
One bit was working out what to do, but it would have been nice if I didn't do that. This is going to be quite ambitious. One of the most technical things I've done in a while. Because they're going to be huge doors. Were you here when I explained? I think you may have been off getting food. The concept with the hangar with the doors that open on top.
I think you explained it to me briefly when I came back about how like the merge block. And
yeah,
so that you it was always, it was one grid except for when it was open.
Yeah, the reason that I wanted that is because I'm making a massive hangar. It looks like an aircraft hangar.
Yeah,
so like a big rectangle with a cylindrical roof.
Yeah.
And I wanted the two halves of the roof to fold back so that you could build something big inside, but then still be able to get it out. And I wanted the entire inside to be pressurized and the doors on top to be stable, and because you obviously don't want them to explode and to mess up what you're building inside.
Yeah.
So I wanted the roof to essentially be attached and part of the building until the point where you want to remove it. So I'm in the process of essentially building the scaffolding for the base, and then the doors that are attached with merge blocks on top, and then trying to fill the gaps in between the base and the door with airtight hanger doors. Because when they're merged down, I can then close the hanger doors and they'll seal it. And then when I want to open it, I can then open them up and only use hopefully one merge block at the end of it for the entire half a door.
Cool.
But this thing is massive, though. It's nowhere near the biggest thing I've built, but it's still about 52, 53 blocks long.
Right.
And about half that, maybe, across. It's going to be a big building. It should fit the little Tina in it.
Yeah. Yeah. When I think about it, I've never built a base that's as big as the ships that I've built. My ships have always been bigger than any kind of base that I've built in the past.
I guess that's now changing with New Vegas, isn't it?
I'm not sure how it compares with something like the Adjacency, which was quite big. It was maybe, I mean, I don't think it had as big a footprint. Yeah, it was probably a bit more compact. It kind of had all the same sort of things. I mean, it had more refineries and it had a lot more stuff than we've got here, so it'll have had more blocks and things. But there's a lot of airspace in this design, so there's lots of gaps between the sort of the arms and stuff. But if it was kind of folded so that it was all touching itself, so it didn't have any gaps between the arms, I think the Adjacency would still be bigger.
Nope.
Although
KP Wayne's here.
Oh. Hello, KP Wayne.
Welcome to two very tired people playing Space Engineers. I shouldn't be tired. Sal should be the only one that's tired, but I am, because I was an idiot and didn't sleep last night. Okay.
I am going to attempt
but Mia should be along soon.
Yeah, Mia will be here soon.
He'll be slightly less tired.
He'll be probably... have I seen Mia first thing in the morning? I was going to say it'll be that grumpy first thing in the morning thing, won't he? But I think he's usually up before me.
Yeah, I think because he's normally up because he normally messages first on Skype.
Yeah.
But there have been times when you've been recording and he's
walked in having been asleep. Yeah. That's true.
Usually he's very yelly.